I think it's a load of rubbish, to be quite honest, from what I've seen of it.
It's a good programme. It's not. It doesn't make out schools to be rotten. It seems to be an interesting school, actually.
I'll watch it. To compare it with when I was at school, it doesn't compare at all. We had more discipline.
I don't like the unruly children, the awful teachers. Don't know really what else to say. I just don't like it. But I've got a son who loves it. He's 14. I certainly don't. It just drives me up the wall and I feel like swearing all the time while it's on.
No, I don't watch it, but the children do. And I can't get them to do anything while it's on.
I like it now. I didn't like it to begin with, but I've come to terms with it.
Usually it's on while I'm cooking dinner, but, I run in and out sort of thing, and get snatches of it. But last week I managed to watch it all through and thoroughly enjoyed it.
It may be on at the wrong time for the parents as well. I think they're probably not actually sitting down watching the programme. They may be moving around, preparing tea and so on. And they may just be picking up little snippets from the television, the chasing down the corridors, the fights and so on, the picking up the language. And this, to them, stands for comprehensive education.
And I think that the bad is good, really, because the baddies always get punished. But I think it shocks people because the children are all gore-blimey and it's all comprehensive and everything. But my children absolutely adore it. They'll rather miss their tea than miss Grange Hill.
I think it's great and my kids really enjoy it. I really do.
The language is terrible, isn't it? The way the children talk to the teachers and they smack each other, the children just fight. It's an awful programme. I mean, I don't even like my little one watching it. He watches it, but, I just wish sometimes I could get up and turn the telly off.
I think children come home to relax and enjoy what's on television. They enjoy Grange Hill, they enjoy the escapades and so on, but they may not be concentrating on the message the programme's trying to put over about honesty or toleration or so on. It may be preferable to have a programme like this, which is trying to say something serious, on at a time when it can be immediately discussed, say during school hours, so it could be discussed within the school context, or later on in the evening when I think people are watching television in a more alert, active way.
Do any of your teachers ever discuss what you watch on television with you and advise you, Nikki, how you ought to be looking at television programmes and what you ought to be getting out of them?
No, they often say, you watch too much television. The people who are whispering, do you watch television, do you do this, But they don't really mention anything about programmes and how you should watch them. They often say, did you see that educational thing about Zulus in the forest and that? Nothing else really, no.
Is that everybody's experience, that you tend not to discuss with your teachers the programmes that you watch for pleasure?
Yeah.
Jo? Shaking your head?
Yeah, teachers never really talk to us about what we watch on telly.
Generally what teachers have to say to you is don't watch too much of it and that's about the end of it.
They don't really say anything to me. They just say, they don't say anything in the class about it. They tell us to write about what we saw on television last night. They don't talk about it. Not like if it was some sort of book we were reading, then they'll talk about it. But if it was just television, television's television, we don't have to talk about that, everyone watches that.
It's meant to be an entertainment programme. You don't want to go to school and watch that and talk about it. You just want to sit at home and watch it. You maybe think about it a bit later, but it's your programme. You do what you want. You can do what you want. You can watch it if you want.
In other words, if it were you were made to watch it, it wouldn't be as much fun.
Yeah.
I think if people take it too seriously, then they will get the wrong idea of what comprehensive schools are like, and that they shouldn't use it as a judge of what a comprehensive school is like, because, as I said before, theirs could be different. The one that they're going to could be very different.
Now, one of the things we do see on the programme is friendships between the boys and the girls, particularly between the older boys and the girls. Is this a part of the programme which interests you?
We have boys at our school, but I think it's the older children, sort of fifth formers and sixth formers. I don't think it's the younger ones, really.
I mean, we tend to, in the sixth form or in the third year, we know somebody, in the upper school, who say, have a guess who's going out with so-and-so, you know. But we tend to talk about it. And if somebody says, say, oh, I bet you like, say, so-and-so, they say, no, I don't, and they get very embarrassed, you know, so we don't really do a lot of that type of thing.
It's not really a prominent feature of the programme. It's more a feature of what the writer thinks school is like.
Yeah, but they don't really show that about people liking each other. They just show the school life with not really any romance in it.
What about other sorts of problems that you have? We saw one incident, I think, where a boy talked about a row between his parents at home. Now, do you think that if you had problems of that sort, quite serious problems, if you're worried about home, would you take that to school with you, discuss it with your teachers soon?
No. Not my teachers, my friends, I would, yeah.
I
wouldn't discuss it with my friends, really, because you want to keep sort of happiness among your friends, so you don't want to sort of talk about what's happening at home. You don't really want to share your problems at this age, you know. You generally keep them to yourself.
I think you've got to tell one of your friends, otherwise you can't like get it out of you. I mean, it's unnatural to keep something in all, you know, to yourself. I mean, I would tell a best friend or even a teacher, say, because I've noticed that in every single school, mostly, they've got one teacher that works very hard and tries to be mod to, like, you know, make you feel a bit eased up at your school life.
Which one's the one in Grange Hill that does that, do you think?
I think the teachers in Grange Hill are I don't think they're very good, actually. I think they're too sarcastic.
Why do you watch Grange Hill? Is it because it's like your school life, or is it because it's just an adventure?
It's a good programme.
I think it's because it's very realistic of what really happens in schools. You know, you're interested to see if it's really true or not.
Yeah, I agree with Melissa. Yeah.
As it's exaggerated of school, you can have sort of a laugh about it, you know.
Can I talk about behaviour? A lot of the complaints about Grange Hill are about behaviour. We saw those people saying how unruly the children were. Now, is this a complaint? Let's talk to somebody whose mum and dad don't apparently like Grange Hill. Denise, is that a complaint of theirs, that the children aren't properly behaved?
Yes, but you can't have a school where everyone is perfectly behaved, because you can't. It's just unnatural. Like, people think that you want to be a teacher. We think, oh, that's the easiest job going. You just sit down in front of a lot of perfectly quiet children, but it's not.
It said on that film, didn't it, that one person said that there were some rude words in it. I haven't heard any rude words.
Neither have
I've only seen a sign from Doyle, which, you know, sticking his 2 fingers up, but I don't consider that rude. I suppose it is, but I haven't heard any, you know, vocal rude words myself.
Do you think that the behaviour you see in the programme is actually fairly representative of what you'd see in your playground?
Yes, it is.
Some of it, but some of it isn't.